that this weekend is Pride weekend. Why did I not know this? What kind of gay am I to not know this?
Couldn't you get out? What kind of gay are you that you don't know when your own Pride is? Oh, you're going to get put out the club.
I did not know. I figured it out because I saw them putting up rainbows in Manhattan. I was like, they're just so bright here. So many rainbows and so much joy and festivity.
Half gay.
I was like,
you're not fully embracing.
These gays are really
gayness.
doing it. I'm really not. I have to go now. See. Speaking of Target, I have to go get some glitter and some
you gotta go get
sheer
Pride
fabrics
and Pride glasses, Pride socks, Pride underwear, Pride lotion.
I want Pride lotion. I really do want Pride lotion and Pride lotion. I want it all
because they got it at Target, honey.
And I'm so angry that you know this and I don't. So
they got it at Target. I'm still waiting on Target to give me my Black History Month lotion and Black History Month t-shirt and my Women's History Month underwear and my Latino Heritage Month.
I know that's right.
Pajamas. I'm still waiting on all of those things.
Indigenous American Women's History Month. Target, do us a favor. Make it up. You got so many of those intersections right here on this podcast. Become a podcast sponsor. I am calling you out, Target. I am calling you out.
Ooh, there it is. Y'all, I don't even know where to end. This conversation got away from me and took a life of its own. I do think I have a little bit clarity about that, about the originating question and conversation. I enjoyed today's exchange. I hope you listeners were able to make sense of our conversation and that we brought you some questions of your own. It sparked some new connections for you. Fundamentally, at the end of the day, the point that I was trying to make, Tomas, is that what I know to be true is that no one ever learns life lessons on their own. When we have done wrong, we must take accountability for our actions. Okay, that's what I was trying to get to. But oftentimes, we need to hear from those we've impacted to have an honest and complete account. This one-sided piece of let's shut the show down, I'm not going to go watch that movie, mute their music. It's a one-sided conversation, and it doesn't allow those people that have perpetrated any acts of violence or harm or damage against other folks to take a full account for their actions. And so I think if we really want to talk about paradigm shifting, we want to talk about equity, and we want to talk about real justice, we have to start to think about how we can dismantle systems that are problematic inherently and what we can do differently. And I also agree with you, Tomas, in that we have to each be individually responsible for our behaviors and our consumerism and et cetera, et cetera. So therefore, the hashtag mental health homework for the week is to do your own accountability work. So this week, consider how you take accountability for your missteps, your mistakes, your misspeakings. Remember when Hillary Clinton said, I misspoke? Remember when she said that?
Which time? Which time did you do that, Hillary?
I love that. I refuse to say lied. I will always just say I misspoke. So how do you take accountability for your mistakes in your life? And what can you do to repair any damage done in your important, intimate relationships? Because I always want to focus on the important, intimate relationships as being the ones that are most critical for us to be present in and to do our best, show up as our best selves and to do our most work on. Inevitably, when we are better there, that trickles out to lots of other places and spaces in our lives. So your hashtag mental health homework for this week, Doobie Deep listeners, is to do your own accountability work. We want to continue to hear from you at Dr. Nikki Knows on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Talk to us. We want to continue the conversation. We hope that we've sparked great conversations for you in your own personal spheres and atmospheres. Tomas, you want to say anything else about how right and smart and brilliant and wonderful I am before we get off?
I just want to thank myself for helping you to come up with the mental health homework for this week by bringing in the component of individualism. And I want to thank you for telling me about all the wonderful rainbow gear at Target, because they are getting a purchase today.
With your red card.
Oh, no. Oh, you better know me. Because I don't go to Target without 5% cash back.
And why would you?
Exactly.
Next week, we're going to have our second ever roundtable discussion, but we're having it around Pride Month. And we want to talk about hashtag love is love is love. What I really, really am excited to do is be able to have an intersectional pride conversation that we appreciate our good soon to be, no, I can't even say that. We appreciate the mainstream exposure that Pride Month is getting, and value all of our LGBTQ plus sisters and brothers. But we also want to acknowledge that oftentimes that mainstream presentation tends to look pretty white and tends to also times look pretty male, right? And so we want to have I should say cisgendered male. So we want to start to have a little bit of a different conversation, a more nuanced conversation, and give voice to folks of color who also identify with the LGBTQ plus community, and see how their experiences fit, or maybe sometimes don't fit, with the broader narrative about how pride and the LGBTQ plus community gets talked about and represented in our mainstream conversation. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about all of our guests. We have lots of exciting folks that are going to be here to join the conversation. I'm looking forward to learning myself in the conversation. So we hope you are here with us again next week, 12:30 p.m. CDT, 1:30 p.m. EDT, right here on Doopy Deep with Dr. Nikki. Until then, be well.
Cocinar es la causa principal de incendios en el hogar. Quédese en la cocina y vigile la estufa cuando está friendo. Un mensaje de seguridad de la Asociación Nacional de Protección contra Incendios.
Hi, this is Christina Ricci with RAIN. Join RAIN in the fight against sexual violence and volunteer in your community. Log on to RAIN.org, that's RAINN.org, to learn how you can be the someone.
Brought to you by RAIN and this station.
Sparky the Fire Dog here. Make sure your home has smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside your sleeping areas, and on every level of your home, even your basement.
Brought to you by the National Fire Protection Association and your local fire department. Visit sparky.org.